JuJu, say hi to Chuck.
What's up, Chuck? That's awesome. How old is
Chuck's
Chuck?
our little rescue golden retriever.
That's awesome. How old is he?
He's 5.
Sorry, yeah. Boujee's 3 years old.
Yeah. Boujee has 236,000 Instagram followers.
Yeah, man.
That's approximately 233,000 more than me.
Yeah, so Boujee's a famous French bulldog in Pittsburgh, man. They love him, man.
Listen to him. Yeah, he's got a good voice. So JuJu, I'm going to start by just asking you, you're 10-0 now with the Steelers, and you've got this great platform and you have so much fun, but on Thursday, the National Dog Show is going to be held on NBC at noon before your game that night against the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm going to ask you, what would you rather have? Would you rather have Boujee win the National Dog Show, or would you rather beat the Baltimore Ravens?
That's such a hard choice, man. Obviously, I love my dog to death, and him winning the National Dog Show would be awesome. But it's rarely you ever get a Thursday night football. And me being in NFL for 4 years, I never had a Thanksgiving Thursday night football. So this is my first one. So I'm probably going to have to say the Baltimore Ravens.
All right, I get that. So JuJu, on Sunday in your game, Chase Claypool, your fellow receiver on the Steelers, scored a touchdown. And he did something in the end zone that nobody could figure out what in the world he was doing.
Yeah.
And then somebody finally found out, hey, wait a minute. It's JuJu Smith-Schuster's birthday. Would you please explain what exactly happened in the end zone?
Yeah, so basically how it went down was the team wanted to come up with a situation where our receivers and our running backs and tight ends was like, yo, if we score a touchdown today, we're gonna do a celebration for JuJu's birthday. So I came up with the idea of like using a football as a candle, lighting it, and then obviously everybody singing happy birthday to me, and then just blowing it out. And I think it's pretty cool, unique, very different. But yeah, I turned 24 this past Sunday.
So did your teammates really sing happy birthday in the end zone?
They did. They said they did it like really quick because we knew we had a short period of time for our celebration before we go. So yeah,
that's got to be one of the craziest end zone celebrations in NFL history. Are you proud of it?
No, I'm very, very proud of it. I mean, I think it's pretty cool, to play on my birthday, to beat the Jaguars, also go 10-0. There's so many cool things. And like I said, it's awesome just to be a part of it and like to have them to play my brothers because usually my family doesn't come out just because of what's going on with COVID, and plus they're far away, they're in LA and I'm already out here, so I think it was nice to have them around and play with them.
You know what is really interesting about your team right now? Because obviously in the NFL things move so fast and teams change so quickly, and when you got to the NFL, it was basically, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon, Ben.
Yep.
It was a big star team. And now you still have stars, but it's all new and you guys are all young. All your receivers are 25 and younger. You, Deontay Johnson and Chase Claypool. I mean, the whole group. So what has that been like, kind of transforming from more of a veteran team to now it's more of it's such a young team.
Mm-hmm. And that's so funny you say that, just because 25 is obviously being the oldest, and out of all the guys, I'm probably the most vet, and I'm a veteran in the group just because the years I played on the team, 4 years, playing with Ben and stuff like that. And Coach T calls us the new young money. We're young, we're hungry, we're new, so it's definitely for us. It's definitely different. But I will tell you that's one thing about this team and me being on the previous team. Everybody on this team is unselfish. There's no selfishness on who gets the ball, who scores, how many catches you have, how many yards you have. It's all about, it's a team sport. We win. We win together, we lose together, and so far all we have been doing is winning.
Sometimes you can tell guys will say things like that, But sometimes when there's like a wide angle replay of a touchdown and you see who comes over to celebrate the touchdown, and maybe there's one guy who doesn't come over, you say, well, everybody says it's a team and I don't care who gets the glory, but this guy looks a little ticked off. He's not getting the ball. But there's been a couple of times this year where Chase Claypool, who's obviously this kind of breakout star, makes a big play or scores a big touchdown, and you are sprinting to get to Chase Claypool, to celebrate with him. So why are you that way? And what is it about your team that makes you guys this way?
For myself, I've always been a person to cheer on everybody, especially, my teammates, wishing nothing but the best for them. I think in my previous years, we've always had, a player who felt different about, when I scored or when another person scored. And, you can tell who's there celebrating. We celebrate as a team, it's a team sport. So every time I see Chase, young rookie coming in, he's balling, 10 games with 10 touchdowns, as a young rookie doing his thing. I'm just so happy for him. I'm happy for him, for his family. He's come a long way. And, we all come a long way to get to where we're at today. So it's just a blessing and just enjoying every moment of it. As a team, I think this is the closest we've ever been. Our defense, our offense, we talk hand in hand. We hype each other up. We give each other praises. And no matter how the game is going, there's been situations where we've been down on offense and we have to come back and fight to win the game. But also our defense being able to stop their offense, and we stick together, as one. So we always say we're in this together. So and that's just how we are as brothers.
How'd you get to be such a dog person?
With Boujee?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude! I moved all the way from LA, and I had no family here, and all my teammates had kids, and then obviously the rookies and new guys. You kind of get to feel who you like hanging out with, and one of my closest friends is James Conner, but James Conner from Pittsburgh, so he was already established here. The past 4 years going to Pitt, and for me it was like, man, I'm here alone, don't have nobody. I was like, I'm gonna get a French bulldog. So I actually got a dog when I first came in. And ever since then, I've just been all about him, man. He's awesome, man. And I come home to him, and he's no matter what mood I am in, he's always happy and just excited to see me.
Has it been at all strange in the time of COVID when you're not supposed to go out as much? And you guys as football players this year have some restrictions. You can't go to restaurants, you can't go out at night, you can't do all this stuff. So I'm wondering, does Boujee sometimes look at you and say, hey, it's okay. You can leave me alone sometimes. I'm all right. I'm secure. I mean, does he wonder, what is this guy doing here all the time?
Yeah, it's definitely weird when you wake up and we're on COVID protocol and we have, meetings at home. Usually I get up at 7:30, take him out, and, I go about my day and I leave around 8. And I start my day at 8:30. But here I wake up at 8, and I stay home until 11, and then we practice from 11:15 to 2 p.m. So it's very funny. He gets up, he looks at me, he's like, "Why haven't you left yet?" Like, why are you still here? And then I come home early too, an hour early. So for him, I mean, he loves it. He loves being around me. And as an owner, how it feels. We never want to leave our dog alone too long.
How strange has that been this year, where most teams are doing exactly what you say, where instead of hanging around a locker room all the time and hanging around team meetings and going out to restaurants or whatever, you basically have to do so many things virtually now, just like we're talking right now. What has that been like for you this year?
It's so funny, man. Coach C talked about, not having those in-person, calls, talking throughout the hallways, talking about, just a little thing, for special teams, offense and defense, throughout the week. And that's something that we miss. But, I think about we're virtual, it helps us a lot. It gives us time, to be separated, to stay at home in our own comfortable space, avoiding COVID, and also just give us our time to rest our body, get treatment, while we're in meetings, getting everything that we need to be 100% and to be where we need to be 100%. So as far as like my teammates and how we like it, so far we love it, man. We love the protocol. It is what it is. You know, Coach T said no matter what they throw at us, it is what it is. You know, whether we play or not, whether we shut down the facility for 5 days, we go out there play Sunday, and you know, and that's something that happened last week. You know, we didn't have Ben for 5 days. He came out, we played, and won the game. So, like I said, it just honestly at the end of the day, it is what it is, and we got to make it work.
Has anybody in your locker room yet, or anybody on your team, said, "Oh my God, we could go 16-0"?
Yes, honestly, I mean, it's something that we think about it all the time. You know, we're 6 more games in, and we have an opportunity to make an impact. You know, not on all sides of the ball, but like I said, just to still nation history.
Is it something that you think would be a real driving motivation to try to be one of the only teams of all time to go undefeated?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. I just want to ask you 2 other things, mainly about sort of your life right now. You've relocated from California to Pittsburgh. And it's like everybody in Pittsburgh, you know, I have family there. Everybody's got a JuJu story. They've seen you somewhere. They've seen you or heard you about taking a kid to a prom or just doing things like that. What is it in your personality that makes you able to just show up in this strange city and very, very quickly just become a part of the fabric of the city?
Yeah, man. I just think, you know, it's just in my blood that, you know, people say out here, you know, he's a blue collar, you know, you work hard. And that's what I did as a rookie. You know, I kept my head down. I really didn't make a lot of noise. You know, I did what I was supposed to do in the community and help people out, do that. And like, just as out of how I am as a person. And then obviously, you know, balling out, you know, doing the dirty work, you know, kind of just making a name for myself. And, you know, the city is embracing me. And that's what I love about it, man. Like literally, it's all sports. You know, I'm a guy from LA. He comes from a big city. He comes to a small city and just dominates and, you know, do what he's supposed to do his job, and just embrace and love it. And it's cool because I can go out, you know, anywhere in the city, and I'm always loved. Whether I have the game of my life for fantasy points, or whether I have, you know, no games and have no points. You know, the Steelers nation, they still love me. It's really cool.
Can you just show me your sweatshirt right there?
Oh yeah, it says Boujee. It has his name on it, and pretty much we have like a Boujee line for his clothing line. It's pretty cool.
That's insane. That's just, you have a clothing line for your dog.
Yeah, and people actually were like yesterday. I think we just dropped it this Saturday or this past week, and in Jacksonville, I saw a couple people wearing it. It was so awesome. It was so cool.
I think the NFL ought to be like in college football. Like you go to a University of Georgia game and you see the Georgia Bulldog. I think that Boujee ought to be the mascot of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He ought to be on the sidelines during your game.
Oh, no, most definitely. He's literally loved. Like people notice him, but even if he's by himself at the dog.
JuJu Smith-Schuster, thanks so much for joining me on the podcast. And make sure at noon on Thursday, you're watching that dog show. Who knows? Boujee might get some love.
For sure, man. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate that. And say bye to Chuck for me.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.